Yes, welcome back, everyone, to the Artist Coaching Podcast, the podcast for the artists who are still here, Ralph.
Are serious about their business. I
Yeah,
actually liked the previous intro better.
yeah, it's for artists who are serious about their music career and are still here. Hey, that rhymes. Let's do that. It's actually a good one.
No, but it's now you make it sound like it's taking an effort to be still here, but no, it's our passion. Of course, we're still here.
Well,
That's
it
the
is.
easy road.
It does take a lot of effort mentally in most cases because a lot of people struggle with the motivation after a lot of no's and get away with your music and your music sucks.
No, man. Everybody who's listening, they're like real combatant soldiers, and we know how the world works, and we just take it because we are the ones that can.
Good to have you back. Yeah,
Okay, hey, great to have you back, Ralph. Yeah, I
yeah,
missed next week, so
yeah. You were last week. You missed it, and before that, you were on a holiday, I believe. So it's been a couple of weeks.
no, I was here 2 weeks ago,
Oh, you were
I
here with
think.
Marrow.
Yeah,
Oh, that was before that you were on a holiday.
yeah.
Ah, that's true. Okay. Well, good to have you
Hmm.
back. Good to see you again. And everyone in the live chat's also here. Mikey Foden is back. Ben Singh, Brian Andrade, Melodramatic is in the house. Bit3 Music, Oscar Music, Lion Harris, Josh Letitia, Luca Van Damme, Adrian B, Grey Max, Gerard Francis. It's 24 Carat, and Israel Carter. It's quite a list, right?
Boom. Yeah,
It's the
I'm really
usual.
familiarized with the names nowadays.
Yeah, there's a
Also,
few new
Luca van
ones.
Damme. I'm not sure if he always listens, but I know him as well. He's from Belgium.
Oh,
I
really?
think that's him. And
Luca Van Damme, yeah.
I spoke with him on Tomorrowland.
Ah,
Yeah, he actually, I think I'm not sure if he played something we did. I'm not sure, but I know him. Yeah, so cool.
it's quite
And
fun
for
to
the rest
see.
as well, also Josh, he's been killing it. Saw
Yep,
him in the Hartwell set quite a lot,
yep,
which is cool.
true.
2 tracks at the same time. I think there was one other artist that also managed that, and that's us, and maybe Maddox. I think it was also the same set because he played also Party People and Brighter Days from us. So, but it's cool also for Josh. I think if an artist plays you twice in the same set, it's a real
That's
testament that they like your shit.
yeah.
So,
At
well
that point,
done.
it's no
No,
coincidence anymore, right?
no,
And we also have James Ohi Music, Rob Pollard, Ignacio,
Ignacio.
Ignacio, Kairos is here. Dude, we have 17 people watching,
Yeah, I'm actually getting nervous now, man.
and we already have the first donation from Mr. Melodramatic, already
Oh,
dropping another
dude.
$100 weekly support. Let's keep showing up, y'all. I actually implemented something just for this. Whenever we get donations, it's the party horn. That's what we're
Dude,
gonna
and
do.
also, I mean, it's insane. And $100,
Yeah,
melodramatic.
man.
You're crazy, but gracias at the same time. But also, like €1 also gets cut, and maybe we should have different sounds then, or, yeah, or not. But
different, different
no, it's
soundboard.
cool, and it feels like you're being appreciated. So thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I still have to make last year like okay let's be real. Last year I've how do you say that? Like I've outdone myself. Is that the right way to say it?
You, yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
because
know what you're gonna say now.
I've made the community questions jingle and I've kind of put the bar there,
Yep.
and I haven't managed to make like a decent follow up for like other segments of the podcast. Like so
Yeah,
if we get donations, we need like a new jingle maybe or whatever, so that the bar's high. The bar is
the
high.
bar is high. I think also that's one of the hardest things. Also, if you, let's say you have that track and it's doing really well, what are you gonna do next? I think that's the maybe the hardest point.
Yep.
If you can ever reach that, that's one of the best things, but that's going to be the hardest point in your whole career.
It's mainly mentally, right? Yo, Jay,
Definitely, yeah.
Hey guys,
you
Hey,
look tired.
I am.
you look red.
I'm warm. I turned up the heating and it's I overshot. So like it didn't work at 20 degrees and then I put it to 24 and now I'm cooking up.
Well, take off your
24.
pants.
So I who says I have pants on?
True.
Show us,
But
show
the
us.
the heater at 24 is insane, man. That's like
Yeah,
tropical temperatures.
Now you gotta kickstart it sometimes, you know. You gotta give it a little extra
and with
help.
these energy prices, it's actually a flex, man. You're pimping
You
it.
can see where the money is. You can see
Yeah.
where the money is.
Are
That's
you
how we do.
growing some plants on your attic or something? Because this all has
Keeping it hot.
the yeah. I now get this man, dude. These images, Joey. By the way, it flips over
Yeah,
and
it's really
goes.
annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because YouTube has vertical streaming right now as well. So if people watch on the phone, it only cuts out like I think it's the right center piece. Let me check. Yeah,
No.
it's like the
Okay.
middle. It's pretty awkward. I can
Well, if
see.
it's awkward, then it.
It's also awkward on the main live stream on YouTube. It's very annoying.
Okay, let's just
I
ask the
miss the
chat.
good old times.
Let's ask the chat. What do you prefer? Because I don't know who's watching vertical or who's watching horizontal. Because eventually on YouTube, the full vertical gets edited and it's like it looks nice, or the horizontal. Sorry. So let us know what you prefer. I'm on my
Yeah.
phone. It's switching for me
Yeah,
Okay,
too.
oh,
but
so it's on the phone also annoying.
yeah, but Jay is red and hot.
Hot and red.
Cooking
Anyway,
up.
guys, how have you been? I'm trying to fix this in the meantime.
Oh, that's kind of you don't have anything prepared like that's meaningful. I've
No.
been away for a week. I told
Everybody
you.
thinks the
Yeah.
switching is annoying, I think.
Like this, then?
Yeah.
Hey, the old style.
Okay.
Me in
Yeah.
the middle. Malcolm in the middle.
Okay. I think we're back now. Normal style. Anyway, yeah, Ralph missed last week's episode.
Yeah, I saw something come by. Jopke, you're going to do 52 releases this year.
Easy.
Let's unpack that.
Again?
No, for Ralph?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm curious.
Egg Boy releases. So, yeah, 52
Ah.
Egg Boy releases, 12 J Hardway ones. It's easy. I rolled them out quite quickly, the Egg Boy ones, and it's fun.
There was
And I
someone
work
on
with a
you.
lot of samples from Splice and stuff. So like sometimes I find a sample, and then I put a bass line under it and some drums, and then you make like a 2-minute arrangement, and then it's already like a well.
Hmm.
Then you work on it maybe an hour or two more, and then it's a full track. So it's and I told last week because my kids are now 1 and 3, so I have a bit more time because sometimes they actually play on their own. So then in those little moments, I can just make some ideas, and
Hmm.
I just had so many that I was like, hey, let's try
Check them
this
out.
challenge. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
now like all planned in until all of March, I think. So it's that's going well.
Okay. We actually had someone commenting on that episode last week, which was Thing Promotions. He said, or she, I don't know. I'm releasing 52 releases per year, fourth year in a row. It's manageable. It's just time management. And then I said, like, do you have any advice for Jay? And he or she said, don't overthink and just do it. Just do.
Just do.
Just do. So it is
Hmm.
doable. There have been people who've already done it. So it's achievable.
Yeah, we're not gonna do the. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't know what Eggboy is about, but the
You don't know
quality
what Eggboy is
quantity
about?
thing. Yeah, I don't know
Even
how the
Bill Gates
producing.
knows what Eggboy is about.
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't know the production process, but if I have to translate it to making bass checkers tracks, no way in hell I will make 52 releases a year.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
lot.
like because it's listening music and easy listening music, it requires way less or a way different energy. And I think
Mm.
getting club energy in tracks is something that requires, well, time, but also yeah, more ideas
Mm.
to find the right energy. So I think for club tracks, I would find it very difficult. But for Eggboy tracks, I just, yeah, I
Mm.
mean, I can just easily churn them out.
It's also
No,
not
but
very complicated music, right? Like lo-fi is just like not that many instruments in there, not that many tracks.
Yeah, you have like once you have a vibe, it's easily to get an arrangement going. And also because I've just produced forever, it just goes fast. So you just really quickly know what like a little transition. There's so many options, and I think because it's such a mellow energy, it's easier to, like, you're not really setting people up for a big drop. That's like, for example, that's
mm,
way more of a different style of production. You have to really, with like EDM, you have to really hype people up for what's coming, and then what's coming has to be also really good. It's like really energetic. So it's like, yeah, that's just a different ball game, I think.
Lion Harris asks, how long does he need for one song?
Few hours, I'd say.
Yeah, so that's lo-fi, right? Just side
Yeah,
note.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
lo-fi. And someone else, who was it?
But it's also like, just I make so many ideas with it. It's not that I use every idea, but that's the key for me. It's like ideas, 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 and then finishing them. If you have a good one, it's kind of just discipline. So,
Yeah, and Israel Carter wonders if the quality of the music will be compromised with doing so many releases.
well, we're gonna find out. That's also part of the.
We'll
It's kind
see.
of an experiment, because maybe at the end it's like, oh, you could really hear that one. But then again, sometimes you think that of a track and it does the best for you. So it's like, we'll see at the end of the year.
Okay, good point.
but
Um,
also let's go back to cool dance music and quit the elevator scene. But
the elevator scene.
well, hey, it's a big scene,
It's a
but
very big scene.
still,
A lot of elevators.
yeah. But the
That's
thing
already
is,
true.
also with the EDM, I mean, for us, it's sometimes a battle because if we release a track and you don't get support and nobody plays it, maybe but yourself, but also you have such a big catalog right now, so you have to also kill your darlings and all. What's the point of continuously releasing, you know? And then you can always say, well, you never know, but yeah, yeah, oh, it's there's always a best guess, and I think that's a hard one to level out because if beforehand you don't get any support but the stupid radio support, then actually what's the point? It's bound, the chances of it being dead within a week are so big.
Do you think in general we're slowly going back to quality over quantity? Because it kind of
Well, no,
feels
no,
like
because
it.
also I have to say sometimes a track we do is specific for our set, and that's the main reason of existence. But then we
Mm.
also still wait. If nobody asks for that track, why would you release it? And of course, you can always say, well, it's going on Spotify. It's a big platform where music is being brought to a lot of potential new fans. So that's also a reason. But sometimes you just kind of ask yourself, like, why? Sometimes, like, this track's never gonna do it. You know,
But you never know for sure, right?
you
That's that.
never know for sure.
No,
But
but
there's
that's the thing.
always
Like,
this educated guess.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if you release it and it doesn't really hits in some kind of way, it just disappears into the void. So does it matter?
That's also a valid
It's a
question.
very interesting
Yeah, but
question, I
then if
think.
it goes into the void, then the conclusion must be I haven't done shit because the result is shit. You have to even work harder.
Yeah, but it's like the chicken and the egg story. As in, upfront, you don't know if it's gonna hit. Like, there could be some.
No, but there's always an educated guess.
Yeah, but that's because that's only possible if you already have support or if you already have a fan base who can give you feedback on it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would
Yeah.
you go over if, let's say, feedback is always negative? Should you then do a self-release?
If that track has negative feedback.
Yeah, or not
I
positive.
think
Like when
I
people say, "Oh, it's nice," but they're not gonna play it, then they probably think it's shit. But I was just being nice.
I
Yeah, true.
think why would I release this is a very, or if you're a producer and have tracks, why would I release it is a very good question. But on the other hand, why not these days is also a very good question.
Yeah.
If you have a track and you finished it because you were like, I'm at least gonna finish it, the why not is also kind of like, yeah, well, does it do damage? Maybe not. Or if it
Yeah.
costs you money, it might be an option to think maybe that's not smart. But yeah, usually now, oh, you only pay over with some distributors over what you bring in
Yeah.
with that track. So it's a
It's not a
kind
lot
of
of
No, true.
it's not a lot of investment, and you've already done the work, so why not
yeah.
give it a shot?
But it's
That
it's a good thing to think about, especially if you have
yeah.
or you're focusing on a track that no one likes. I mean, yeah, maybe then move to another track. It's like
Yeah.
it's a very yeah, it's good to be thinking about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's true.
it's nice if you can keep your Spotify a little bit cleanish. That if it happens and you have a great hit, that people go to your page and don't have to listen through all this bullshit music.
Yeah,
But
but
don't you
go to Avicii's page. There's so much shitty tracks of him
yeah, like
on his
don't you think most
like
people go to the top 10
yeah.
of your
No, yeah,
playlist?
Yes, for me.
there's some tracks of Avicii that, and with all due respect, of course, that are not that good because they were for that time releasing a lot of stuff, and especially before he blew up.
Are you talking
But that
about
no one knows about all those
bromance?
songs. Yeah, bromance, like that kind of experimental. No, but like other tracks you don't know of because you've never heard them but they're still there somewhere on his Spotify.
No, no, true.
Yeah,
It's
that's
nice to
true.
show the journey as well. There's its pros
No,
and
but
cons.
I mean to say like no one sees those tracks anyways, even with someone like Avicii. So it's like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just
does
disappears.
it matter? Yeah.
It's true also the way Spotify is consumed. Nobody knows what's outside of your top 10 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like most
Yeah.
people will click through to your profile and only will see like the top 10 and maybe an
Mm.
album if you've got one, but that's
But I
about it.
do. I know. And then I
Yeah.
look at a person and go like, "Huh, this is shit."
Hey, by the way, I see a lot of questions coming in into the chat. The chat's on fire today.
Boom, let's go.
We have
Press the
28
button.
people
Press the
watching
button.
live. Welcome everybody. Also a lot of new names. Welcome everyone. If you have a question and you want us to answer it, please send it into the Discord. I just dropped a link in the chat, but it's also in the description. And I would say let's go to the community questions because there's a lot of questions.
So let's go to the
Dude.
Community questions.
As always, we take on questions in this podcast, which you could send in throughout the week in our Discord server. The link is in the description if you can't find it. Let's go to the first one. Oh, by the way, it's a question from Rob Pollard. I believe it was him. I have to double check because he mentioned that he just released a collaboration. Or was it Judgment? No, it's Judgment. Yeah, it's Judgment. Sorry, Judgment. In our community mentioned last week that he released a collaboration with Job Govers and Afrojack.
Oh, that's
Pretty
cool.
sick.
Who's Job Govers? I don't know.
Job Govers. I noticed he's also in the chat right now. Job Govers and Judgment.
Cool. Nice. So
Yeah.
Afrojack is gonna release some good music now.
It's yeah, it's them. Yeah. Anyway, going back to the questions because I thought it
Hey,
was him, but it
that's
wasn't.
huge, yeah. I mean, Afrojack's still Afrojack. Yeah,
Very huge. Congrats with that, Job and Judgment. Insane.
I'm curious.
Rob Pollard. He starts with community questions. Question 1. What was a major failure in your career and what did it teach you about eventually succeeding?
Oh.
Whew.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the biggest failure. It's secret, man.
Still hurts. Still hurts.
Um, one of our first tracks we ever made, we sold it for a shitty amount of money, and it became number one in Holland.
Can we say it? Which one? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah, it's Parapapa by
yeah?
Quintino.
Rob
Yeah,
das Armas.
Rap das Armas.
Yeah. Oh man, that was fun.
I sold it, and then 2 weeks later I heard it. But also, it was the way it didn't really go that well. Was just weird. We didn't make any agreements, and
Did that
yeah.
hurt, or was it more like you were okay with
No,
it?
to be honest, we were set out to do a certain thing, and that wasn't the way um we were doing stuff. We didn't even play it or anything, so that was okay.
Okay.
But it was a little bit weird. At some point, we got the record label in the mailbox, and we were like, "Okay, is this gonna be a thing?" We didn't know.
Ah, okay.
And but we were all just inexperienced, and but in hindsight, yeah, of course, if it's gonna be a number one hit, yeah, you should be on it. But yeah,
Did it bring you anything aside from a
yeah,
hit?
contacts and everything. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And you, Jopke?
I don't know if there's any real failures. I don't. I mean, there's stuff you learn from maybe, but there's one where I was on the email with Tiesto. This is like 2016 or something, and he's like asking for tracks
50%.
for a collab, for collab. And I have some tracks that I sent, and he liked one. And I don't know, like the conversation just stopped because he said, I think he said something like, maybe let's make it more like Electric Elephants or something. And I was either too busy touring or too proud to use the presets of Electric Elephants again. I don't really know. I don't know what happened, but that didn't continue.
You
So it's
never
like,
responded.
no, and it's like also because you kind of think, oh, he likes this one now. That's inexperienced. Oh, he will. There will be other times. There's more time to do that and to finish it or to whatever is going on in your head. And now what you learn from that is once you get older, it's like, oh, you with almost nothing you can say, oh, that will be all right. I can still do it later. You have to take it right away. You have to really do it. Stuff
Yeah.
like that, especially because there's only a limited window of opportunity, and you have to be ready, even if you're not ready. And I think that's something that I learned from experiences like that. But that's one that's like
Yeah.
now I'm like, how did I ghost Tiesto? Is that what happened?
And that's why it goes to you now.
And
That
yeah,
that
exactly.
that's
That's
it.
why he leaves my messages on scene.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
But
reason
it's
why.
but that's just being inexperienced or maybe a bit yeah, maybe not arrogant, but like, oh, it will be all right,
No,
I'll talk
I
to
get
him
it.
later, and then it's you
You're just
just
overwhelmed by all the success, and when you have momentum, that's when you should really have a clear mind,
Hmm.
because
yeah,
that's also where we made our real mistakes. When somebody big gives you confidence, really, really attend to that, and be grateful, and value that, and because. Um, yeah, that's worth so much, and that's because of the momentum. Totally understandable,
Yeah.
and that will flee away at some point.
yeah,
I think I had the similar experience, to be honest. Like I was really naive in that moment in time where like when the first support came in and you actually started receiving the first emails of bigger DJs, and I was more like, okay, it's fine, but never really understanding like, holy shit, I got momentum right now. I need to build on it.
yeah, yeah,
Um, Now looking back at it,
No, but
I
not
think,
even that. There's always that one person that gave you the
yeah,
vote of confidence before the rest.
yeah,
That person, that's the one you need to focus on. And the rest will come, of course. You're doing well, so everybody wants a little bit of you. And
yeah,
but that person, yeah, never forget. And I think because we were overwhelmed, we kind of forget sometimes. And because then somebody else big comes to you and has all these flattering words for you, and you go like, oh well, thank you, and no, thank you, and
yeah,
yeah, eventually you want to work with them all, but yeah, you can also understand that person that gave you that vote of confidence as first. Yeah, you don't neglect that.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, I think we just hit a new milestone. We hit 30 people watching live.
Dude.
That's pretty nice, right?
Yeah,
People go.
the
That's
horn,
amazing.
is also very nice.
I
Yeah.
love the air horn. I loved it last week. I was my podcast started like I'm listening to podcast, and then the R1 came on, and then you in the beginning had this air horn. And I just was in the gym. I laughed out loud. I was like,
Yeah.
stupid
You,
air
you
horn
know, throughout my whole artist career, the party horn has been
on the
has had a
USB.
role in it. Like whether
The
you were playing
cliche
R
for a
and B,
reason.
hip hop, EDM, doesn't matter. The air horn always performs. It always hits.
It does.
Okay, let's go to the next question.
He has a
Um,
second question in his question. I don't know
yeah,
how much.
how important are invisible elements like atmospheric, is it right? Yeah, to
Yeah.
build tension that the listeners feels rather than hears. So more like
Yeah,
ear
very
candy or something.
important.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wanna, because you just wanna keep the tone of the track, so you don't lose tone. That's how I always hear it, and then I'm at a certain part, and I think I want to hear the tone of the track. Then I either take like an atmospheric thing or like a drone sound or like these granulized things to keep the tone of the track, and you just hear it barely, but it keeps the tone throughout. So it kind of glues everything together.
Okay. And question number 3 is not a question, but Rob and Ben Singh have a back-to-back coming up for an event in April.
Hey, boom.
Nice
Let's
work,
go.
guys. Nice work. Good to see you guys collaborating.
Awesome.
Next question from Josh Letizier. Question for the team. I have a meeting with a booking agent coming up. Given your extensive experience and knowledge working with agents, what is important to discuss and consider other than the obvious?
Hmm. Um,
What is the
damn.
what would be the obvious like?
Booking fee, maybe, or what can you do
Well,
for me?
it's the booking strategy just needs to be a fit. That's the main important thing. Like, do they cater to festivals and clubs that are compatible with what you do as a sound? I mean, Josh shouldn't be at a techno agency, but more at like where we are. Ace Agency or Anna Agency, those are the agencies in Holland that are catering to the world that we like, the Hartwells and all. Um, that's the main point, I think. Which other artists are there? Are they the artists that are kind of similar to what you do? Because that's important. Because a lot of the bookings you do, it's not so that people call a like, hey, I want to book Josh Letizier. No, it's usually that they are in contact with clubs and festivals, and they say, well, you can also book Josh Letizier, and he does this and this and that, and then they have their sales pitch ready, and that's how it usually goes. So it's better that they are in contact with a lot of prospects that are interesting for Josh Letizier through other artists.
And I think
And
what's
then you get to the deal. Yeah, the deal. I mean, usually it's not really negotiable up until you're at a certain point. But do they also do the advancing? I think that's an important question. Um, I mean, American agencies work way different than Europeans or Asian agencies. They also will probably work with sub agents, which and then how will the revenues be divided? Yeah, man, it's too broad of a question.
I think what's important, at least in my experience throughout my career, is asking yourself the question: am I a priority for this person? Because if you sign with a too big of an agency with artists who are a lot bigger than you and who earn a lot more money than you, it could happen that if you sign with a big agency that you don't have any priority and you kind of get lost in everything. So it might be better to sign with a slightly smaller agent who does have priority for you, who's willing to work on your career.
That's definitely true. Like in America, you're always part of a really big roster, and
Yeah.
they're not gonna be like really narrow it down and work for you as an artist. No, that's just you're getting in this big treadmill. But they also the fees that you have to pay there are really less. I mean, it's usually 10% of gross, and with a European agency, it can be double. Yeah.
Europe
So
is
yeah.
more like 15, right?
No, yeah, usually it's around 20, and especially for somebody who is beginning, then it's usually even more.
I think you have to also be really on the same level when it comes to the expectations, and that is something that you should discuss. Like, is it a realistic story that hey, what can we do for you? And they're like, yeah, well, next year you're Tomorrowland or you're this and that, and it's like, then you're maybe not on the same level yet. It's I always like transparency, and if I um like within the agency that I was with before had like a different agent, I always made sure at the beginning to be like, hey, I just would like to know when when some promoter doesn't want to book me or there's different things going on. Of course, they will never give you all the details because it's a lot of politics, but it's good to be on the same level and have the same expectations that are realistic. That is something that in a talk with them that you have to kind of feel a bit as well, like because but that's also personal, because I don't like when someone is kind of bullshitting or like, just say it how it is, and that's
Yeah.
what I like,
I
but
think that's
still
also
have,
Dutch.
yeah, it's Dutch, but I also, what's not Dutch, I think you do need the crazy high goals, what I think, but you have to be realistic about it at the same time. So you're like, hey, I do want to play Tomorrowland main stage. Well, then my agent at this point should say, maybe not this year, Jay, maybe not next year, but maybe the year after that. It's
Yeah.
like that kind of, to find a good balance, but that's also personal to personal preferences.
Okay. Next question is from Mikey Foden. Do you think we will see any trends in 2026 to lengthen the DJ sets? These days, club festival sets tend to be an hour long, but it seems extended sets are becoming a bit of a sales point again.
Yes, you can see it.
Yeah? How long
Yeah.
is the trend right now? Like 2 hours again, or?
No, no, no. I mean, it's still usually 1 hour, but you can moreover see 1.5 hours now, sometimes two. But yeah, depends on the music, the stage, and I don't think we're gonna see it on main stages.
Okay. Question from Renzo, our content creator. Question for Jobke. Since you started making your melodic rave sound, do you consciously think about making music that fits that mold when you are creating, or does that type of sound just come out naturally to you?
It's a bit of both. I think it has to come naturally to me, otherwise I wouldn't enjoy it. But there's definitely, when I start in the studio, I'm going towards a Jay Hardway idea. When I say like, I might not end up there because I still have this freedom of like the idea can go anywhere. But usually choosing a certain BPM, which I now usually go for like 132. It's just what that feels natural, and like the style feels natural. Um, but yeah, there's definitely some kind of a mold that I wanted to fit into. But that's why not every idea is a great idea or a great track, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think it can be helpful to have kind of an end goal, like ballpark in mind, like that can help with being creative. Yeah.
Also like a vision, right? Like it needs to
Yeah.
fit your world. It needs to fit the world that you're
Yeah.
creating at
Yeah.
this moment.
Yeah, and still have like but that's a bit more on the side. Like you still have, oh, this is a good idea, but it's not that. But I still want to see where it goes. You sometimes need to allow for that as well.
Yeah.
But limited maybe.
Yeah. Okay. For everyone checking into the live stream right now, welcome. We are answering questions which you can send into the Discord. The link is pinned on top of the comments of YouTube or in the description. Question for Ralph. Do you produce any other genres just for fun besides your usual sound, I mean? If you do, I'd love to check that out, maybe on a secret SoundCloud profile.
Nope. Short answer.
You're only doing bass checker stuff.
Oh no, do more, but it's all kind of the same.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't do pop or anything, drum and bass and
Elevator music.
elevator music. No. All just banging, energetic dance songs,
I
man.
think it was Josh who had a pretty good fun laugh. He said, "Elevator music is uplifting."
Oh, dude.
Hey.
That's a
That
legit dad.
is
That's a legit dad joke. Yeah.
mic drop. No, man, it's just a really good joke.
Yeah.
It's a really good joke.
It's very good.
I'm gonna use that one, Josh. Thanks.
Yeah.
What is
Question-
if people ask me about Eggboy? What does it sound like?
uplifting music.
Elevator music, but it's uplifting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Question
hilarious.
from Future Dynamic Music, which is, I think he or she is new in the community. Yeah, you're new. Welcome. Question 1. For artists starting to translate releases into live shows in the Netherlands, are there any particular cities, venues, or types of nights you'd recommend focusing on early, especially outside the obvious big room circuit? I've heard smaller rooms in smaller cities can be really good, but not too small. There's no one to show up. For an
If
artist,
it's really small, it's easier sold out, which is
Yeah.
good.
I think I would even start small. Like just make sure
Yeah.
there's 20
Definitely.
people there. You know,
But to be
like
honest, for big room, there's nothing. The club scene is already dead.
Yeah.
maybe Escape.
No, man. No. Big room is being played nowhere. Like literally nowhere.
That's depressing.
That's really
Anyway,
depressing. Yeah.
I would start small because it's better to host like a venue of like 20 to 50 people. Make sure it's packed and film that
20
and use it as content.
20 to 50 people. That's a birthday, man.
Yeah, like a small venue, like those.
We're not all
UCLA
popular,
stuff.
Ralph.
Oh, try out
That's not my
for
birthday.
200 people. I mean, come on. It has to be a little bit of a rave.
Yeah, but 200 people.
100 to 150 is
Hey,
a
dude,
lot, but
just think about something cool. I mean, there must be a market for a certain style, and then I mean, if that there's not, yeah, you should do a little bit of research, and then get your friends to go there, and friends of friends, and make sure there's something cool or a cool marketing thing around it. And
yeah, I guess start
yeah,
where you live. Start where you live. See what's there, and
and
then
know the
go.
market.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually had a client last week who is going to do a party in his hometown, and he found out that the venue was for free because it was covered by the city council, or how do you call that, like gemeente?
Where's this?
So,
How do you
so
call
now
it?
he lives there.
It's Breda. Huh?
It's
Makes sense.
Breda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Which venue?
The Mez.
The Mess.
Yeah.
Really? But the
Yeah.
Mess is pretty big.
Yeah, but they also have like a smaller room, I believe.
Oh,
Pretty sick.
interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you should move.
Oh, it's
Question
only
2.
for residents of Breda.
Only for residents, yeah. And
Ah, cool.
creative residents. So if you're an artist and you're from that town, yeah.
That
help.
sucks.
Maybe in Tilburg has the same with 013. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I'm also not a Tilburg resident. I'm here from
you can go to Tavernu.
Yeah.
But
Next
to answer the
question.
question, I think start locally. Start small. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
how small. Yeah, even birthdays can bring you in touch with someone that hosts a party that, I mean,
Yeah.
can go, and that can go bigger and bigger and bigger.
You should just do your birthday in a venue. Make your whole family buy tickets. They don't have to bring a cadeautje or a present.
Present.
Buy a ticket.
A cadeautje.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do a birthday bash, invite some friends over to play. And also, that's actually a good one because that's how Marlon and DJ Upster back in the
Yeah.
day
Gallus
started.
Club.
But also, Marlon and DJ Upster, they threw parties. But Marlon also knew that Appie had a lot of friends. So he would fill up the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually, they became real friends. And so, yeah. But at first, he was going for
Fake
his real
friends.
friend group. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
I had
question
a
two.
bachelor party of Appie, by the way, this weekend.
Oh, really? Is he
Yeah.
marrying? Oh,
He's
wow.
marrying. Yeah.
Nice.
We went to Marrakesh for 18
Wow.
hours. So that was
Casual.
quite a hassle. Yeah.
Very casual.
Very cash. No, it was
Okay.
nice. I really like that city.
I've never been there, to be honest.
It's so different from anything,
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'll text him. I didn't know.
Yeah. He's getting married
Um,
7th of February.
brr.
February. Yeah.
Okay. Question two. Early on, would you recommend keeping things simple with DJ sets or committing to a live hybrid approach?
Live hybrid approach. Make sure you
Yep.
videotape it and spread it throughout the internet. But it needs to be functional, Don't overdo it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I think adding something live just makes the whole thing more entertaining and more special because just DJing, yeah, to be honest, a lot of people can DJ these days. It's not a skill anymore. So yeah, adding a
It
live
is.
element,
It is a skill, and
good
not
DJing is a skill. That's
everybody
true.
who actually does it. And you know, it's interesting because yeah, it's a different topic. Fuck it. No community questions next
Okay.
time.
Question three from Future Dynamic Music. How do you handle fees in a way that feels flexible and fair without setting the wrong expectations long term?
Study economics and
No, but it's always a negotiation, right? It should work for both ends.
Yeah,
yeah,
just put on the table and be transparent about
yeah.
the whole ordeal. And but it's a hard thing. It's just always you have to kind of feel the situation, trial and
Yeah,
error.
ask other
Yeah,
DJs. Maybe if you go to a bar and you become friends with the DJ, you can say, "Hey, how much do you get?" Or you know a DJ somewhere, "How much do
yeah,
you get?" And then start from there. That's how I did drive-in shows with like I rented all this equipment, and then I had all this lights, and then I put like 50 euros on top, and then some other DJ was like, "Dude, you're not making any money. It's 2 days of work because like
Yeah.
bringing it all in, and then 50 euros, you should put like 200 euros on top, and just divide it over all the other stuff. So the lights cost you 100, you say it costs you 200." And that way you make a nice invoice for the customer, and they're like, "Oh, that's a fair price. He only
yeah,
makes." But that's just saying you can then talk to others, and then realize, oh, I can ask more. And yeah, with someone you're negotiating with, definitely be just transparent and yeah.
Okay.
yeah. But also, it took you like a day of preparing, playing, and everything. You were paid 50 euros for that day.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that then you realize, oh yeah, but that's also because you just that's another thing. Just do
Hmm.
it. Like oh, I can only get 100 euros for that or something. You just do it and see does it
Yeah.
work. It's kind
I
of you have to start somewhere. And
I also started playing full nights, so all nighters from 10 till 4 o'clock in the morning for $75.
yeah,
Hmm.
similar stuff.
That's how I started. Yeah, and free beer. That was the
Oh.
that was it. The trigger. Okay. Next question from Grey Max. After getting support from well-known and big DJs in their radio shows and gigs, signing for good and some big labels charting regularly on Beatport charts, and gaining some traction on Spotify, what is your advice on how to get decent gigs and bookings if your sound and electronic music in general is not much popular in your country? Okay, so I would translate that in if you had some form of success, some form of traction, how do you translate that into bookings? Build a
Yeah,
brand.
I
If
mean, yeah, and it's not in his own home country.
If it's not
Yeah,
much,
you should. This would be the moment to sign with an international agency.
yeah, but would they be interested already at that point?
Well, if you get regular support, you chart big on Beatport and sign with decent labels. Yeah,
Yeah,
why
that's true.
not?
Yeah, that's true. You could
Yeah.
give it a try. That's true. Yeah. Okay. But as a side note from this as well is that gigs, it's not just music that will get you gigs, it's also the brand that you've built throughout the years that
Oh,
that will help you.
most definitely,
Yeah.
yes.
So it's not just the music, also focus on your content and the brand that you're building because that will be the key to your gigs, to be honest. In most cases. Your
Yeah,
music is part
find
of it as well.
find where it is popular, your style, and go there, or like
Yeah.
try to get into that community,
Yeah.
somehow. I think that's what you gotta try and do. Be there, whether it's online or in real life. That's where you want to be around. And you want to see, hey, what's going on there? Go to
Yeah.
those parties and
Oh,
see
sorry.
what's up.
Question 2. Since Chesto recently returned to trance, what's your opinion on will trance become big again?
Oh, yes.
Kind of
Well,
is,
not as
right?
big. I mean, it is big, and it's
Yeah.
been here for a few years now. I mean, there has been a lot of trancey influence everywhere. I love
Mhm.
it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's never been small. It's been maybe a bit more niche, but still very big. And I think now, like how trance was, I think that's what the entire dance scene will be like. There will be this
But it's funny,
huge niches.
I've been talking about all these artists, like I've mentioned Pegassi and Odimel. I mentioned him quite a lot. That's what's in his sets right now. And so we're glad to have you guys now also on board. And
No, but I'm
yeah,
saying that it will be a niche still because there's people that go to Tomorrowland that won't even know those names.
no, but
It's
it's
more
it's
more
it's really,
splintered out.
really, really no, but it's really bigger now. You will see these artists that he plays now on the main stages as well. And that's because it's just getting more popular. Yeah, it was already, but it's getting more and more.
Yeah, true.
But
Ne-
to be honest, I mean, a lot of people, in my opinion, have been slacking and stuck in the old world. But this moment that it would come like this, and somebody, I mean, you also saw Armin uh, cooperating with a lot of cool new artists, and now Tiesto also, and I really like what he's doing. But yeah, it doesn't come from nowhere. It's not all of a sudden. It has been brewing quite a lot,
yeah, it's
and
true.
a lot of the names that also have come by here. I mean, those are the names that are being played by
Yeah,
those guys.
true.
So yeah,
Okay. Next question from Lion Harris for Ralph. I really like your new release,
Ralph.
Rave Baby. How do you mix your offbeat basses to sound so clean in a mix? When I sometimes use those kind of basses, some nice frequencies of it get lost because of other elements on top of it. Any tips?
Mm, I mean, that's where the magic happens. Your kick and your bass, and the rest is actually more easy. But the challenging parts are always the high end of your bass, because that's going to mingle in this case with an acid sound, and also the kick. Yeah, man, it's actually hard to explain. It's also kind of a feeling if you just feel it come in. But it's never just one sample. I really sometimes I hear the low end of a certain bass and I like that low end, or I used it before, and then the top end is from another bass. Then the kick doesn't always go so well with the other bass. Then you use another transient, and it's really like, oh, is my internet stable?
Oh, yeah.
No.
I
Yeah.
was just like
Okay.
reading, so I was frozen.
Yeah. No, but no, I saw the letters in my screen. But it's just a trial and error, and it's a lot of using of samples and listen to it, and also kind of what you feel. And the low end is important, and the transients are important. Yeah, it's never just one sample. And just try and try and try. I've so many times that I have a track or I'm busy with a track, and then I think all of a sudden, man, this kick is way too pointy. and then I boom lose the kick and go all different. And then if you lose the kick, you have to change all your mixing stuff. Am I stuck or something? Or
No.
No, but it makes me
oh,
think of that movie, The Dictator. It's too pointy or like not pointy enough. Rockets should be pointy. Like,
I don't know.
Okay. Next question from Brian Andrade.
No, but it's a
Uh,
good question, man. That's what it's all about nowadays. Like a lot of the
the
tracks,
production
they get
question.
no, but they get defined by the use of kick and bass. Like a
Yeah,
lot.
that's where the
It's
energy
that's
is.
really, yeah.
you're talking now about the basically foundation of electronic music,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
the
but
kick
still,
and
how many
bass.
people are neglecting that kind of stuff? And it
Because
has
yeah,
never
because
been so important.
there's been tracks who've not done that well and still became hits in the electronic dance music because it's about more than feeling how a track works on a big system. But it's good to see that that always stays the fundament of a good dance track, kick and bass. And I think that's something that I haven't always focused on, but still tracks of mine that didn't get that super right still did very well. But eventually it always comes down to if you nail that, that's the
Yeah.
foundation of your track.
True. That's why hardstylers put so much time in their kick.
No, but that's a different ball game.
It's also part of their, like, the kick is also part of their
Yeah, but
melody,
what they
right?
do, that's totally. I mean, man, I can't even. It's weird shit what they
Yeah,
do,
it's fair. Yeah, it's nice.
and it's so much different
Anyway,
than from what we do.
let's go on to the next question. We have quite a few to go. I think I see. Yeah.
We're busy,
Um,
busy men.
I've noticed that for a question from Brian. I've noticed that a lot of DJs and producers release their mixes in different formats on platforms like SoundCloud, Mixcloud, and YouTube. Sometimes as a DJ mix, sometimes as an episode, and sometimes as a radio show. For someone who's just starting out and who wants to share their mix, what do you think is the best format to use? I think that's more like how you would like to name it, right? Because there's no real difference between a DJ mix. A radio show assumes that it's a recurring thing. So if you would like to do it weekly or monthly, then you could call it a radio show. If it's just a one-off, then I
I
would
mean, if
call it a
it's a
DJ
DJ
mix.
mix that's made in Ableton, no one per se cares. It's like yes, it goes online on the online radio stations, and that's fun, and it's maybe cool for a bit of branding or people want to work out. But for promoters, they want to listen to, hey, what would a live set of you
Yeah,
sound like? And that would be you had a gig and recorded it. So then it's a different kind of DJ mix, I think.
yeah,
I
So
mean, it can
for
also
because I see in your question.
can also be Ableton. I mean, they're
No, but I
not
see in
gonna
his
hear.
question, in his question, he also asked from a club or promoter perspective, what do they actually look for while listening to a DJ mix? Well,
Just
then it's a DJ
what you
mix
stand
that,
for.
yeah, but it's nice if you had a like a gig somewhere and it's like,
like
oh,
a
that's
live
what
set.
he really plays live because that's different than an
Ah,
Ableton mix.
promoters just want to see if that sound isn't that just fits their club. And yeah, if you're gonna play heavy metal all of a sudden, then they're gonna be like, "Oh no, not for us."
Yeah, I think
Although, yeah, I
if
want to
it's a
see somebody mix heavy metal.
if it's a radio show, then he also asked, like, does it need to include commentary and stuff? Like,
Nah.
if it's a radio show, no, it doesn't necessarily have to.
Well,
But
what is a radio show? I mean,
yeah,
it's all
Yeah.
the same basically,
exactly.
and yeah.
Yeah,
But the
Ralph is
thing is
very
with
anti-radio show, but
well, no, the
I
thing
mean,
with radio shows is you're not gonna. I mean, you're gonna play the same live set, and you see it all the times. Your live set's gonna be all the time 80% of the same music. Um, if you do you, I mean, some artists can do a lot of different styles, but fuck it, that's the exemption. But a radio show is never gonna be an overlap of sound. That's gonna be all new tracks trying to be as actual as now can be. You know, that's the newest Beatport tracks. That's the newest promo releases and all that kind of stuff. So that's where that difference is. But if you're gonna do a bi-weekly radio show, yeah, it's gonna be different tracks, like 12 of them, every bi-weekly, episode. And if you're going to do a live set, that's going to be your main sound, the one you're standing behind. That's the one you're going to do live, and that's the main one. That's important for promoters.
I
Yeah,
think that's a good way to dissect it. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Okay.
that's why radio shows. Yeah, to be honest, I mean it's nice and all, but there
No, but
so
that's
much
what I
good new
mean with
music.
the
Yeah, it's not even released every week. Yeah.
but that's what I mean. I think promoters will look at, hey, where can I find a set that he has played actually
Yeah.
live? So it's like
Yeah.
nice if it's an
Yeah, but
actual
then it
live
doesn't
recording.
matter if you did it live or not, but that's the intention,
I think it matters. It looks more like, oh wait, he actually played
Yeah, but
at
you
that
can
club,
always
or
lie about that. Just say I played Tough Nu in
Ye-
Waalwijk, and then they call me, did they? And I was like, yeah, they did. Yeah,
Avenue Waalwijk is plausible. Make sure it's plausible, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Okay, let's go on to the next one. We have a question from Second Memory, following up on questions from last week about DJ fees. For international shows, I'm currently being offered landed fees for around 500 to 700 euros, while flights alone are 3 to 500 euros. I don't have much international shows, even though I'm signed to Revealed, Stamped, etc., and almost 150k monthly listeners. Would you advise to take those bookings like this or decline them if the event is not willing to pay higher fees?
I guess take the bookings you need to like make your content.
Yeah.
If you're not losing money on it, maybe you can lose a little bit of money on it, and try
Like
to build
if they have
for bigger
marketing,
shows.
yeah, if they have marketing value for you, then yeah.
Yeah,
It's like an investment, right?
But that's
Depends
the
on the
thing.
show.
I mean, we were talking about big room and all, but the market for those kind of events isn't that big
it's very
anymore.
small.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But it might be in 10 years or
definitely.
5
It
years
might
or
be
1
next
year.
year
You don't
or
know.
3 months. Yeah, you
I-
never
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
I would advise him to take on the bookings because it's experience, it's content, it's everything.
fun.
It's
hey,
fun,
but look
it's
at
motivation,
no,
it's
but look at
everything.
Rave Baby Wukong. We work with him, Asian guy, and he's doing really well. But he's not really famous for one track. But what he does, he brings out a lot of crew. He has these cool visuals. I mean, he himself is like this persona,
It's
and
like the
now he
brother of
plays
Marlon.
EDC Target. Yeah, I mean they work really well
Yeah, but
together, and
they look alike as well.
they kind of look alike
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, but that's because they're both Asian. It's kind of racist, but
And
okay.
tank tops, both tank tops.
Both tank tops. Oh, that's the angle. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But what he does is actually genius, and I really like is this the whole thing he brings to a stage is pretty cool. And I mean, you can love it or hate it, but whatever. But there's a vision behind it, and it's something cool to look at. So it's not always the music; it depends. But let's say I'm not sure this was Second Memory the question.
Mhm.
Let's say Second Memory also has like this vision, and this gives you an opportunity to show it to the world what you do on a stage. But then think about am I in the possibility to uh, to show the world that vision I have? Is this club like well equipped for making content? Do I need to have another videographer? What can it bring me? But if it's just you standing there playing a set, then you can think about, okay, is this what people really want to see? And that still can be. I mean, that's what we do, and then it's a way of bringing about your music. But then, please do note that you need to like really think about how am I gonna film this, tape this, and that it has some added value for your socials because nobody's waiting for shitty content, you know.
True.
It's kind of harsh, but yeah, but so it can bring you some value, but you really need to think about, okay, let's do this. It's gonna cost me a little bit or
Yeah.
not, or but how am I gonna
And
maximize this?
realize that with those releases on Stamped, Revealed, and 150k monthly listeners, I don't mean this disrespectful, but you're in the building up phase of your career. So
Mhm.
it's like that's also important to realize, hey man, now you're not probably not gonna make a profit. So you wanna
No.
it's
Hey,
good to
it's still
invest.
it's impressive, and
It is, but that's
but
what I mean. I
but
don't mean to.
these are the defining moments, and
Yeah,
now is where you have to punch through and get to that million, and also that million is not gonna say
Still hard.
shit, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting people to really buy tickets to see you as an artist, that's
Very hard.
actually really hard.
Yeah.
But hey,
How?
it's not nothing. It's 100 k monthly listeners.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
start,
it's
definitely.
impressive.
Hey, how are you guys in time? Do you need to go, or because we still have a couple of questions left, we can take
I
those
have
to the
some
next
time.
week? What about you, Ralph?
I make time, you know.
Okay. Next question from Luke. Luke Leon. Have you hosted own events as a DJ, and what were your biggest learnings from that? I did. Maybe I can answer. It's a
I also did.
lot of work. Oh, it's a lot of work. I don't think I would do it again, to be honest, because it really takes away the focus from your music and all the things you want to focus on. So yeah, it's just not my thing. I would not recommend it. It's
Yeah,
really
we
a lot of
also
work.
did it twice, but I kind of regret not going on with it because I think it's worth so much if you can do your own branded event. It
Hmm.
brings you so much as an artist. But man, I really
It's
agree. It's it's
it's
it's
easy.
so much work.
I think it's easy in terms of like what do you have to do, but there's a lot you have to do. So
Yeah.
it's just a lot of work because I've did
It's
it during ADE
it's
sometimes.
the dependency of other parties, you know. That's the of other people,
It's
and
a lot of
Yeah, it's
moving parts.
tricky.
basically,
It's
It's a lot of
tricky.
moving parts, like
Yeah,
security, ticketing, bar, venue, DJs. A lot of
yeah.
moving parts. Next question from Hussey.
It's also, by the way, good for everybody if you're hating on, hey, I don't get paid enough. Um, host your own event. Try to book a DJ. It's you realize, oh, wait a minute,
It's
how are we ever gonna make money from this? So
yeah.
it's good.
Next question from Hussey. Welcome to the community, by the way. Luke Leon, Second Memory, and Hussey, all new members. Welcome. I'd like to find out what you three would recommend I do after accomplishing a huge achievement of mine, presenting on BBC Radio 1 Dance. The time after, you can stress over the next opportunity or stay calm, but I don't want to make the mistake so I lose momentum. What would you do?
I didn't get the question. He was played on BBC Radio.
No, he's presenting on
Presenting
BBC
on
Radio One
BBC
Dance.
Radio. Yeah,
That's
presenting.
huge.
Presenting. That's
Let's
pretty
see.
cool.
The time
Uh,
after.
Well,
Yeah,
it's like, is it a one-time presenting? Are you
yeah,
weekly doing this?
I'm not
We're
sure
not
either.
really sure on the context.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
we
sure
talked
either.
about this before, about you have momentum, um, and you say you can stress over the next opportunity. In a healthy way, you should. It's like now is the time if you run a weekly radio show. I don't know exactly how that schedule looks like. It's now the time to open. The doors are now open, so you really should yeah,
Yeah. Build
invest
on the
now.
momentum. If you
Yeah,
if you have momentum, try to build on it and try to see if there are some open doors which you can leverage. That's what
don't
I
be
would
afraid to
recommend.
invest money as well.
Take risks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Next question and last question from the one and only melodramatic. Would the
Yeah.
artist coaching team ever consider doing a remix contest? I'm not sure.
Bell's face answered it. It's
Yeah,
like
but we don't do that
maybe.
much. We don't do that much when it comes down to production. Nah,
Yeah, we
maybe
should
it's
do it
fun for
more
the
often.
community, but
No, it's a good question.
would you guys like
Do
to do that? Like just send out parts for a remix?
yeah, I'm not
I've done
sure.
it
I mean,
before.
people can have the parts. I don't care, but I'm not sure if I do want to commit to releasing anything.
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
Yeah. And what about just just
Bless
giving
you.
it a platform? So not necessarily releasing it, but just like giving it a platform could also be an option. Like playing it in your radio show or live sets for once. Or
A radio show play. Wow.
Jay has a
My
radio show,
goodness.
right?
Huge. 6 million listeners. monthly.
I've been bashing on that shit so many times. I cannot get away with that.
Melodramatic
No,
will
but
have a.
it's maybe better if you just, giving away parts of how your tracks are constructed. Is that not also like, I'm always curious if I listen to music, like sometimes I hear shit and it sounds so good, and I start analyzing, and then I think like, man, it's like only 6 tracks. How does he do that, or she? And I think also it's always interesting, like how many stuff does a track consist of. I can make like bounce like raw parts of a certain track, and then you can see how many foolish stupid stuff I put in there that's really unnecessary, because my process is always I put in a lot of stuff and then starts scratching stuff. But yeah, it's not always the best way.
We'll think about
um
it. We'll think about it. Do you guys have anything to shill?
New
well
Egg Boy
Rave
every week.
Baby, it's been doing well.
What? Which one?
Rave Baby
Mm.
with Wukong and Evil Twin, I must say. I kind of forget them from time to time, but they're really good producers as well. They actually carried a lot of weight for this one. And I have to admit, this was one of those tracks we were a little bit uncertain about. We never do acid, and we didn't even
I
know
may
if,
hope not. Jesus.
dude, good one, good one. Not as good as Josh Letizier's joke, but it's a good one. A close second. No, but we were like a little bit uncertain, but then it got picked up quite well. I saw Nova again playing it, and Maddox, and I really think a lot of Maddox. He's really doing really well. So that's cool, and I think I saw Nine Nines play it, so it gets picked up quite a lot. And we were also a little bit uncertain about the whole vocal thing, but it always did well in our sets, so we were like, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Okay.
So yeah,
Rave Baby.
Rave Baby, check it out. It's on
Okay.
all platforms right now, and this is our time.
Jay,
It
do you
says,
have any uplifting music to shill?
Egg Boy every week. Check out the profile on Spotify. And new J Hardway track coming next week, Friday.
"Boom." Hey, do
Right?
you still have all those Instagram top tens with Eggboy, or
Not with the recent ones. No, there was like a
okay?
period like the year before, 2024, that really
Mm-hmm.
like some tracks blew up. But not lately, but it can always happen. There's a Christmas track that I released in 2024, Christmas Vibes, and that got like 1,000 reels this year. So like not
Okay.
last year, and then so
But
it's
is it
fun.
also about you're thinking about the title then,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
somebody's
yeah.
gonna Christmas vibes? Okay.
Yeah, you make something and then you kind of like under what kind of reel would people use this, and then kind
Mm.
of like go with
And
that.
of
But
course, they
it's
will type in Christmas vibes, and then they get the lo-fi hip hop beat under some
yeah, it's yeah.
Christmassy
They
things, and they
type
go
in
like, "Oh, that's
Christmas,
funny."
yeah, and then Christmas, and then oh that kind of vibe. Oh, setting up the Christmas tree. Oh,
You're
that works.
such a
So
commercial beast, man.
yeah, I mean the
Reverse
track that did really
engineering.
well. The track that did really well is there's one called Vibe Check. So it's like people search for vibe,
Huh.
and there's one called Glow Up. It's like people, yeah, that's but it like I said, it's definitely not a guarantee. It just has to be, you have to get really lucky that your track gets used just enough in the beginning so that it gets pushed to other people, and then you
Yeah.
make the trending list. But that's like a
Mhm.
difficult, yeah, especially now with all the AI music coming in between there. But
Can imagine.
it's
Okay.
fun. So
I'd like to
That's
thank
cool.
all the people in the live chat for tuning in this week. We appreciate you all for participating, and the live chat was also on fire this week. So thank you so much. Melodramatic, thanks again for the donation. Make sure to share this podcast with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your dog, your friend, everyone. Um, Make sure to check out our profiles on socials and the website, and we will be back next week. Same people, different podcast. Bye bye.